Imagine having Superman-like powers, but being so durable that you can withstand explosions that are like almost continent size and still have no problem with shrugging it off. Before you even get this video started, make sure you watch my How Strong is Supergirl video to get a good understanding of how strong this character is. And it really helps out a lot on watching that video in conjunction with this one. She's one of those characters that had different evolutions over the years, taking on different mantles and etc. Having an outfit like this, then eventually actually donning the S. Doesn't really get retconned. Power level is still a powerhouse no matter which continuity. Let's get it. Her different outfits she's had over the years is pretty cool, I will admit. Can you imagine having the strength to go underwater and the ocean can't really harm you by the big creatures in the ocean? That would be fun to explore that way. That's what Power Girl can do. Wouldn't you agree? Talking about going on vacation. Imagine seeing a Kryptonian tear walking up to you and you got the nerve to shoot at her, but you feel stupid shooting at her because she's completely invulnerable to all your attacks. And then you just feel goofy. Or even military tanks, missiles ain't gonna cut it either. That's Power Girl for you, but let's get it. If I'm being honest, no matter which era we're talking about when we're talking about Power Girl, for the most part, she's still a powerhouse no matter what Kryptonian range type of being. Imagine that there's a Kryptonian super powerful being from another universe, right? She's actually a survivor of when the multiverse, when it was splintered, then they go back to memory lane in the beginning of the time, showing how the universe was being made, empty hand. Instead of making one universe, they ended up making a multiverse, and the multiverse was born. Endless parallel worlds similar to some ways, bizarre in different ways, all occupying the same space, but vibrating at entirely different frequencies. In two parallel universes, the planet Krypton exploded, and the last son of each prospective world was sent to Earth in both these universes. This is where Power Girl comes into play. They show a split down the middle of how the histories are similar but quite different. Even the logos are slightly different. For the most part, all these universes didn't have any knowledge of the other worlds. They just thought they was alone and there was no multiverse until the two Flashes met each other. Like, they're literally going down the memory lane for DC. This is when they started naming the different Earths. Earth 1, Earth 2. They had to meet again during the big crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths, the big multiversal event with Anti-Monitor. Yes, this big event where Ultraman and everybody had to come into play. Earth X, Nazi Earth. Then they talk about after that big old crisis, this is where the whole term pre-crisis, post-crisis terms come from that you might hear people say when they try to distinguish between different characters. It's because of this event, people say post-crisis and pre-crisis. And this is how the universe was reborn as one timeline, one Earth, one Superman. The different ones were negated from erased from history. Others like Jay Garrett, Alan Scott, and you were folded into the fabric of Earth 1. That's how Power Girl came to be in this universe, or the main universe. Yeah, so basically a lot of universe merging, confusing type stuff on why Power Girl is here in the first place. But how strong are we talking when it comes to Power Girl? Whether we talking about the old days or the new days, she still has a lot of similar stuff. Like laser vision, aka heat vision, strong enough to burn Black Adam, super breath that can stop tsunamis, ice breath, or one could say frost breath, is one of those things that can reduce durability. Ice is a really haxy thing that messes up your molecular structure by freezing molecules and stuff, so that's why it kind of ignores durability on some occasions or lessens durability. She doesn't need to sleep, eat food, or oxygen. She can heal at a faster rate. She got zoom-in vision to where she can see past the stars. Small fingerprints she can see through walls and see when stuff are illusions, can hear things way across a city, can hear your heartbeat. There was a time she even learned Atlantean magic to help Black Canary fly on this occasion. It is implied she does not have telekinesis no more though. When Power Girl actually got tests done on her, there's a times where there's some confusion going on where they thought her powers was magic based. Even she thought it, she said they are. They say her powers are not magic based but just straight biological. This is when they started to realize, oh man, she's not what she thought she was. Obviously, as a Kryptonian type character, sunlight is the source of her power and what makes her even stronger, obviously, right? Like a power battery, Obviously, Power Girl is one of those characters where she doesn't need armor or anything or standard gear technically, because her body is literally the weapon. Even if she ain't got nothing on, she still can mess you up. Despite these facts, she still has some handy tools, like these rings for teleportation or extra dimensional travel. Like, it literally was some evolution stuff where she used to have this outfit and then Superman's famous shield from this universe, because this universe's version of Kal-El died, so she had to take up the mantle and it sold itself to her outfit, so that's pretty cool. And she can somehow give you some of her powers if she wishes at times. Big rocks like this she can lift up, casually can lift stuff like this. Common, good Samaritan lifting plane type of stuff, even slinging mechs. Always on par with Green Lantern's breaking out of it with her strength. Can just sling around tanks on a daily basis. Imagine putting all this work in your military just for your tanks to get ripped to shreds. Kaiju-sized beings get struck. No matter which powerhouse, Superman, Captain Atom, she can still stagger them with her punching power. That's too much clear writer intent for it, of how mighty she is. Do you seriously have your doubts about her power? At this point, you know if she can fight Darkseid herself to some degree, why would Decide even stand a chance? If you still don't believe she's on par with them Green Lanterns that can contain galaxies, look what she can strike through the constructs with her kicking power. Her power is widely respected. Another case with Alan Scott, different type of aliens she can fight. I'm not gonna lie, I like her different outfits she's had over the years. I like the fact that she's a powerhouse but actually isn't afraid to use fighting ability. But she can actually fight, and by the way, she has hyper fast learning ability. She's very strong to the point where even in old stuff, she's strong enough to shatter Alan Scott's constructs with her strength, even showing that she has some type of Superman level strength, causing shockwaves between the two hitting each other. Even the news people are wondering who's as strong as who. I mean, I don't want to bring up reboot stuff. I mean, you know she's strong when she was able to help take on Anti-Monitor in this big old event anyway, right, along with a whole bunch of other people, so you know she can hold her weight. She's literally stated to be one of the two mightiest beings in the multiverse. She's not dead weight in occasions of fighting beings like Malador, being a helpful aid in taking on this being known as Malador with her strikes, letting you know she's not dead weight in comparison to the top tier Kryptonian. She does smaller casual end feats like closes an erupting volcano, equal in strength to the main Supergirl. I mean, it makes sense, she's just another universe version of her. Considered as one of Earth's most powerful superheroes. Super powerful beings I have videos about she can fight, like Captain Atom. Note how they talk about how you can move mountains around. This is definitely a low ball and an oversimplification, talking about how she has the strength of a couple hundred people, definitely more than that. In another tussle with Supergirl, Supergirl even calls her stronger, saying she shouldn't be this strong. Other than doing good Samaritan stuff like saving people from day-to-day stuff, lifting boats, she's not afraid of using the environment in the middle of combat like slamming his Ferris wheel on Grundy. Quite literally stronger than a locomotive. Because of this, tearing off metal doors is easy to her. Big stuff like this she helps carry, along with Superman. Strong enough to push a spaceship away from Earth and into the sun. Get the heck out of the way buildings. Stupid zombies that decide to get in her way, she'll just slam a bus on top of you. And it's no different with construction, cranes, or a truck. She can bench press a tank. Big turbines, she has no problem stopping. You're not officially a Superman type character without saving a plane at least once or twice, or lifting up gigantic towers. It's obvious. She can lift up thousands of tons, this, and make a big wave by landing it. This wave she made with that rock coincidentally stopped this villain on time. Perfect timing. Just because it's a 4-ton door doesn't mean you can keep her out. She would just throw you all the way into a mountain, or just throw massive frozen ice balls that far, or even throw large stuff while her ribs are broken. She can just pin to the ground. Sinestro Core Lantern, she can just restrain. Giant metal exoskeleton, she can just rip apart. Whether it be old, new, she always does stuff like this. She's broken free of a lot of different things. Slam Superman and pin him on the ground like that. Not afraid to grab the leg of a metal mech and do that, lifting part of a collapsing building. She's strong enough to lift up all kinds of giant stuff. Even in newer art, you can tell the writer intent is there. Speedsters get tossed aside. Grundy, she can stop his attacks. She's one of the few heroes in this particular occasion that helps stop the moon, along with the others, of course, holding her weight. Along with Supergirl, a giant battleship they push out the way, stops a ship the size of a small city, an actual small city-sized thing, from crashing into it. Yeah, I haven't even got on her speed, but she can punch really hard because of her strength and speed mixed together in one. More velocity and more power behind your blows, you know. I mean, it's evident when she punched a Mongal this far with her punching power. No stranger to battling Kryptonians. Green Lantern type beings get launched in the air, but this is a guy when he wasn't like a Green Lantern, he was on some other stuff. Different form Guy Gardner. Poor dinosaurs. Boosted Gold, somebody that's surprisingly strong than you think, punches him away. I got a video about him as well. Somebody that was feeling themselves talking about they stronger than Superman, she says, get the heck out of here. Her fist can punch through something that's stronger than steel, alloy type stuff, because she can punch hard. When you're this strong, you have to hold back. Sometimes you just have to finger flick, knock them out. She can cause earthquakes with stomps. More occasions of fighting equally with Supergirl, making big shockwaves fighting Supergirl. I would not want to be hit by her if she can do this to Kryptonians. Imagine what she'd do to people other than Kryptonians. It's even stated, if I smack this guy a little too hard, I cave in his skull. She can not only slam you into pillars to break them as collateral, but she even slammed Black Adam through the street. Of course she has strength and she has durability to endure crazy heat. I'm talking about lava type heat, but she also punched back beings like Despero. I have a video about this guy on the channel. This guy is a brute. She's not afraid of going on her One Punch Man mode by one-shotting some golems. Super overpowered magic beings like Mordru, she has no problem slamming. Like this. No sir, get off of me, no kissing. You get smacked. Mind-controlled Superman. large monsters, beings like Maxima she's gotten tussles with, and goes as far as breaking her force field. When somebody's trying to multitask, there's going to be a part where you can't just hold everybody back and still exert the same little force. Some of your power somewhere is going to wear thin, and this is where Power Girl helped Aquaman get out that way. I would hate to fight these beings because everything feels like cardboard in comparison. When you're this strong, when you toss somebody simply to a wall, it can take down a whole building, so you have to be careful. I mean, just check out this giant ape, for example. Just because it's bigger doesn't mean she can't beat it. There's this being known as Divine, an exact clone of Kara. They had a very long, extensively epic type of fight right here. You can see extremely high difficulty, parrying, blocking, punching through ice, getting rammed through ice, all the different things, headlock, battle, all in all. It's just her, the reveal, showing she can fight beings that are exactly equal to her. When you're a powerful being, obviously you can wave your hands together in a shockwave motion like a thunderclap, or just straight up launch you into space. Stupid robots, get the heck out of my face. The same goes for you big monsters, get the heck out of my face. Mojo Jojo looking mixed with Gorilla Grodd mofo, get the heck out of my face. She seems to enjoy smashing robots, using cars and the environment as weapons in the process of blitzing through them. Throwing a car at her is a waste of time, she just tosses it aside. One of the powerhouses of the Justice League, known as Wonder Woman, who got the power of deities like Hercules, she can punch aside. Giant metal swords and stupid building-sized monsters get the heck out of her face. Imagine fighting another strong being and you knock that said being into a building-sized being, knocking that being over in the process of your collateral. Wonder Woman versus Power Girl, to show she has similar strength. She goes that far. She punched her all the way to Canada. That would be like punching so hard that they go from here all the way across from there all the way here. That's some long distance. She's constantly proving herself in power. I mean, think about it. She pulled up on Darkseid, somebody that was taking on multiple Kryptonians at the same time, so I'm definitely not saying she's on his level, but there is something worth noting on how she punched him so hard, the fight wasn't an instant one-shot, notice that, and she even drew blood from him in the process, even though Darkseid was too overpowered, though, I'm not gonna lie. Think about it. More proof that she's ridiculously strong is that the fact that minion beings like parademons, not even counting Darkseid himself, we know Darkseid's above parademons and stuff. Parademons have caused the whole planet to shake before. Earthquakes because of parademons, guys. Let that sink in. Ripping apart the freaking planet in the process. This is just further proof that she can bust the planet, which is obvious at this point because she's above a parademon. Obviously, parademons are very in power, though, obviously. On top of that, she's gotten a fist fight with Alan Scott, breaking out of this little case. Green Lanterns can destroy planets. She's no stranger in handling minions or beings like Decide, one of the beings that be working with Darkseid. And in this occasion, in the Harley Quinn comic, I know that's funny, ragdolling Vartox. Oh my goodness. Gaggy type of comic, wrapping him up in metal and etc. And you guessed it, she took on Jimmy Olsen, Val Zod's in this particular scan too, who was severely powered up at this time. The fact she's in battle with Omax, and she's good and a helpful aid. Notice how she put him in a headlock here. Yeah, respectable. When you're this strong, you can pound beings in the ground like that. Jets she can catch and simply swat away. I like lifting giant ships and cars with ease. Damian Wayne, come on now. You should know better. Along with fighting speed, catching missiles. Stupid big hellhounds. Don't try to pull up on beings on this level. You're just gonna get used and abused because you simply just don't have enough strength. You're big and intimidating, but I got power and I'm small and I'm less of a target. It's just not the greatest deal for you. It's occasions like this that prove she has to hold back because she's too powerful. Wonder Woman straight up say that she's at least as strong as she is, as fast as she is. Statements like this is crucial considering that it's not an exaggeration. We literally see her fighting her for like 13 different pages, and it's an extremely high difficulty type of battle, showing that she has that strength, not to mention her fighting Superman and stuff. It all adds up with this. The powers of DC have a reputation of rocking the cosmos with their punches. Beings in the myth lore of DC are implied to be able to hold the heavens. Beings like Shazam are in this hierarchy. Same with Wonder Woman since she's related to the Greek lore. And Wonder Woman's confirmed to be stronger than Hercules like I've shown a million times in my different videos. DC Hercules, that is. Powerhouses like Shazam can punch so hard to make their own black holes by accident. Wonder Woman herself has able to pull against black holes. Wonder Woman can move suns, strong enough to move planets. I mean, Superman was able to contain a black hole that was going to wipe out the entire solar system. I mean, Green Lanterns have the power to restrain destructive force of entire galaxies, like how he did this to Imperiex destruction here. One of the Green Lanterns can do this. Morju is somebody else I brought up in this video. The power to annihilate galaxies combined in a massive fireball and stuff. You know, it's just the standard DC powerhouse stuff. You just watch my Wonder Woman, Superman videos to get a full understanding of all this stuff combined. All this lifting feats and strength compared to Wonder Woman, all this stuff should mean fight. Her punching power should be astronomical to the point where punching planets apart should be easy, honestly. Said she's statistically the most powerful. She's consistently matching Supergirl, Superman, Kryptonians. It just all adds up. Her power was even compared to New Gods. When she was fighting a clone of herself, they was comparing the power, which was basically just her. When you combine her strength, fighting speed, look how she does against Black Adam with her blast power. I mean, she even got in a slugfest for a second or two against Superboy Prime. When you add all this strength stuff I already showed you to the fact one punch actually looks like 10, it lets you know her fighting speed is crazy. She does tasks very quickly, like simply disarming somebody that has a weapon before they even notice what happened. It's like she disappeared via speed blitz. She can react and block things that are light speed, like heat vision. Zatanna got free at super speed. Something that super people do all the time is catching bullets. Even after a bullet has been ricocheted, she can run after it and catch it. Her flight speed is not only crazy, but her running speed is crazy. She can zip through the place, disarming bombs. You know she's high in the DC hierarchy when it comes to speed, because Speedster type characters even compliment her speed. Back in the day, her speed was so good, she was even worthy to get in a race with a being like Jay Garritt, but Jay Garritt actually won this race. But she was right there with him. In later stuff, Jay Garritt called Power Girl faster. Her body's able to withstand a few million strikes from Zoom. Her body's able to withstand blasts from the Void Hound, a powerful weapon that can produce stuff that once tested a while ago, 10 star systems died from this Void Hound. So things that can blast away multiple solar systems, she can still withstand explosions like this. That kind of further backs up on what tier she's in, or how much she can punch with. She can endure the same amount what she can take, so she can punch with this level of force too, blah, 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 because she can damage beings that can also withstand this level of force. In this particular occasion, it has been shown that she can fight Wonder Woman, but in this occasion, Wonder Woman was able to withstand something more than Power Girl was here. While she was knocked out, Wonder Woman was still awake. She has psychic resistance, so going in her head isn't a guaranteed win. Even plagues she can survive direct touches from. Keep in mind, I also have a video about Darkseid, and she was able to take multiple blasts from the Omega beams. I wouldn't say she's equal to Speed Force users in speed, but she's close enough to where they're not gazillions of times faster, where they would just blitz her. She can still hang in there reflex-wise. Not to mention she has the durability and strength advantage and etc. I'll just put it like this. If somebody was wanting to test her strength, let's just say if they tested her and put a universe on top of her, I couldn't deny that she probably could hold it up on the weight, just like Hercules can do in the universe and etc. But all that could be just me. You can get an idea of her fighting speed when you see like the little after image on how they kind of draw her in multiple different areas. It's evident on her fighting speed on how she looks like a blur here. Blurry. There's too much evidence of it seen right here. After image type stuff that she's always been and probably always will be a heavy hitter as long as she's a Kryptonian. Like Superman, she can strike with ridiculous amounts of force. That could be just me. You don't really have much choice but to respect her. How strong do you think she is? Do you think she's stronger than Supergirl? Do you think her and Supergirl are about equal? I mean, they practically is the same being, I would say. She surprisingly has a decent amount of showings, but I also got to give a quick shout out to those that took the time to donate to the channel. Helps out a lot, believe it or not. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.